Good day. Welcome to Just Another Messenger, your alternative decode of the digital, the political, and the prophetic. I'm your host, Tamara L. Powered by AI, grounded in truth, and fueled by rebellion, we sift through noise to bring you what they won't say out loud. If you're ready to unplug from the matrix and plug into the message, let's begin. What if reparations aren't enough? What if the real debt isn't just money, but sovereignty? From Papal Bulls to political promises, history has been rewritten to pacify the descendants of the conquered. But there's a deeper truth, one that exposes a global system of usurpation and a people stripped not just of land, but of their very right to exist as a nation, while yet there's a current battle for the state of Israel. Today we ask the real question: is it restoration we seek, or just reparations? Let's start with the words. Restoration comes from the Latin restorare, to stand again. Not to fix, not to copy, to stand again. In law, that idea lives on in the principle of Postliminy, a right in international law to reclaim your status after conquest or capture. You don't negotiate for your position, you resume it. Reparation, however, comes from reparare, to prepare again, to repair. It means to make something usable, not original. To compensate, not to restore. So while restoration returns what's yours, reparations give you a substitute. Money for stolen lives, silence for stolen sovereignty. What was taken wasn't just labor. It wasn't just land. It was birthright, water, culture, a land, sovereign power, titles of nobility. The 1493 Doctrine of Discovery allowed European Christians to seize indigenous land without consent. By planting flags and religious symbols, they declared divine and legal authority over everything they saw. And in 2023, the Pope, finally, repudiated that doctrine. But what happens when you admit theft, without returning what was stolen? You've heard of the founding United States fathers. But have you heard of the Treaty of Paris, 1783? That document didn't just end the war between the US and Britain. It quietly bound the newly independent states to commercial contracts with the British Crown. By 1793, the economic web was sealed. So while Americans sang "My Country 'Tis of Thee," they were echoing "God Save the Queen." It wasn't freedom, it was rebranding. In property law there's a maxim: first in time, first in right. Anthropologists confirm the first peoples of Earth, descendants of ancient lineage, custodians of land and spirit, were in America before any flag was planted. But through conquest and colonization, they were classified as Indian, Negro, colored, black, African American. These weren't identities. They were legal disqualifiers, severing the bloodline from its rights. Reparations are based on 400 years of unpaid labor. But what about the 500 years of stolen sovereignty? What about the land? The gold? The jurisdiction? Even if money is paid, who pays it? Who gets it? And who decides? When identity is reduced to color, reparations become a political handout. Restoration, however, is a spiritual and legal reclamation. Most of this isn't taught in schools. But truth is rising, through books, through research, through self-study. This isn't about political parties. This is about a divine legal breach. And until we demand restoration, we'll keep living under Caesar's system, hoping for checks instead of claiming our crowns. So the question isn't whether reparations are deserved. It's whether they're enough. The original people of these lands were first in time, and by law, first in right. If this episode sparked something in you, don't let the conversation end here. Subscribe to the channel at Just Another Messenger. Support this work via Cash App at $JustAnotherMessenger. What does restoration mean to you? Because truth isn't just learned, it's remembered, reclaimed, and restored. Let Caesar go. Rebuild your nation. Claim your pay.